Hello, in this video we will discuss about the immunology of lungs. So remember the lung which that directly contact with the environment exhale the oxygen, carbon dioxide and the inhale the oxygen due to the partial pressure changes. For example, the outside is the partial pressure of oxygen will be more. So here is the trachea, which that is divided into the two trachea, which that is converted into the tracheole and the alveoli. Alveoli made up of the many air sacs, which that is the functional unit of the respiration of the lung. So let's begin to understand the bigger picture of the air sac. So this is the air sac contain the bronchial epithelium, and this is the black color showing that is the fibroblast. Fibroblast is produce the air sac, basically give the nourishment of air sac, and this is the type 1 cell and the type 2 cell. The type 1 cell is the endothelial cell and the type 2 cell also, but it produces a surfactant, a mucus lining. So this is the alveolar macrophage. This alveolar macrophage, due to the directly contact which that is endocytosis of the harmful pollutant. This is the endothelial cell and the endothelial basement membrane of the blood vessel, and this is the fibroblast, and this is the basically surfactants. How the surfactants will work? So the epithelium basement membrane is here, which that is surrounded by the air sac. So anyhow, this is the yellowish color is looking like this is the epithelium basement membrane. So air sac is a flexible as well as basically air sac basically contain fibroblast, and this is the flexible due to the interstitium between the blood vessel, and this is the neutrophil, eosinophil and natural killer cell. A mast cell also present in the blood vessel, which that is the innate immune cell. Basically it is hyperactive due to the pollutant directly contact due to the respiration, and when exhale the air, alveoli contracts to reduce the surface area, and surfactants help to reduce more and expand more to complete respiration easily. And due to the Laplace's law, if you don't know, you can watch my video about the Laplace's law. So here is the person which that is smoking, and the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or pulmonary edema or pneumonia, bronchitis, which that will lead to activate the innate and adaptive immune response. So let's begin to understand the innate immune response and adaptive immune response. So first of all, we should need to understand the innate immune response. When this is the pollutant, this is the allergen, pollen, a chemical, a toxin, this is the antigen, and this antigen will move inside to this is the basically harmful for the lung, for the air sac. So in this way, remember the macrophage, the macro alveolar macrophage, which that will be endocytose these pollutant, these things. So this is the epithelial basement membrane is the yellowish, and this is the type 2 cell which that is release the surfactants and the mucus. So when the allergic reaction will increase, so the type 2 cell will produce more surfactants and more mucus for prevention of the invasion of the bacteria or virus or fungi. So in this way, the endocytosis of the macrophage will release the cytokines and interleukin 8, interleukin 6, which that will go into the blood circulatory system for the activation and recruitment of the neutrophil. And recruitment of the neutrophil, and neutrophil move toward the air sac, and due to the Reactive oxygen species will also contact due to the smoking will lead to air sac endothelial cell dysfunction, will lead to cellular space allow to neutrophil inside movement and engulf the antigen or pathogen. And after this, the pathogen endocytosis due to the neutrophil also produce the cytokine for recruitment of the macrophage, and macrophage will basically after the hydrolyzation and the hydrolytic enzyme and lysozyme enzyme which that will degrade this antigen pathogen, and after this the macrophage will be endocytose. This is known as the erythrocytosis because the cell to cell will be engulfed by macrophage. So in this way, the cell debris will be occur. The cell debris which that is contain protein, and this is as antigen. And here is the dendritic cell which that is basically are present in between the endothelial, between the type 2 cell and type 1 cell. After the recognition through a dendritic cell, this antigen will move toward the cell, toward the blood vessel and the circulatory system and target to the thymus gland or lymph node, where the residence of the T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. And dendritic cell will show the through MSC class 1 molecule through antigen representation through a naive T cell. After the naive T cell, this is the adaptive immune response. And in this way, the adaptive immune response, the naive T cell will be after the recognition of the antigen will proliferate on the basis of this antigen, the CD4 T helper cell and CD8 basically cytotoxic T cell, and CD4 helper cell will activate the B cell for production of antibodies as a adaptive immune response. So in this way it will go into the blood circulatory system, the B cell and CD8 and CD4 lymphocyte, T lymphocyte, and directly through a recruitment from the cytokines released from the neutrophil also will recruit the and also the monocyte recruitment, but I am not drawing here. So here is you can see CD4 a positive T lymphocyte will recognize through a infected cell to show the MSC class 1 molecule, and in this way the basically the MSC class 1 molecule to recognize CD4 T lymphocyte, and here is the CD8 which that is cytotoxic T cell will kill this cell, and the cell death by cytotoxic due to the produced grain enzyme and the perforin. So on the other hand, here is the CD4 positive T cell, which that recruit the B cell after the recognition of the antigen, and in this way the B cell will recognize the antigen through a antibody containing receptor, and after this convert into the B memory cell and plasma cell. The plasma cell produce the IgE and IgG antibody, which that will collapse the antigen is known as the opsonization. So this opsonization will occur, so the macrophage will engulf again this opsonized antigen. But in this case, the immune response will also produce the B memory cell into the blood circulatory system for again the immediate response. So this is the blood circulatory system are present, the pulmonary circulation containing a blood vessel. So in this way, inside of the blood vessel, the mast cell is also present. A natural killer cell also present, which that is directly kill the infected cell. But I am not going to detail, but here you can see this the IgE and IgG antibody will move into the blood circulatory system. After moving to the blood circulatory system, so the degranulation of the mast cell due to the binding of the IgE and IgG receptor collectively, and bind with the uh, light chain portion. You can see light chain portion side with the antigen. After this binding, the degranulation will be occur. This degranulation this degranulation will basically release the cytokines, and these cytokines is basically lead to degranulation lead to produce the basically is the histamine. This histamine also recruit more immune cell, but it will lead to vasoconstriction and bronchoconstriction, which that will lead to constriction and lead to pulmonary hypertension. And on the other hand, the increase the surfactants due to the hyperplasia of the type 2 cell of the air sac, and the mucus secretion more. This mucus secretion will lead to recruit more neutrophil and more eosinophils, and on the other hand there is a lot of immune cell, and in this case the surfactant degradation and to release the mucus due to the reactive oxygen species through smoking, and in this way the inflammation will occur, and in this inflammation will lead to more recruitment of the WBC. So thanks for watching. Bye.